Hello and welcome to another highlights package from GTFU Racing in the one-make Nissan Skylines from the mid-90s. I'm not going to give them their full name. There you can see the grid. That is the reverse grid of the previous race. Highlights available. I'll put a link in the description below. And we are straight into the racing. Quite a lot of action in this one, so didn't want to mess around too much with the start and just get stuck straight into it. So Archie leading us off there. Tigger in second place. There he is. Blue in third. Oscar fourth. Spiky fifth. Donk in sixth. As I said, if you want to know the full grid, it's at the beginning of the video, or you can go and watch highlights from race one and just reverse the order that they finish in, which is a very complicated way of doing it. But anyway, so as always, nice and calm into the first corner. Look at that. That is a beautiful sight. It's worth keeping these kind of easy first corners in, just to give me a break and also to really look at the cars as we flick through the grid, see if there's any action going on into turn one. Not much happening so far, everyone falling into line. There is a bit of a battle developing here though for second place. This is Blue, Tiggs and Oscar. Blue having a lunge up the inside, not quite getting it done, and then getting pushed to the outside for the second part of the turn. That puts Oscar on the outside for the next part. This is a real twisty turny part, and Oscar goes very, very wide. Blue Ukulele gets up the side of Tigger, gives him a little slap just to say hello. Tiggs looking up the inside into the long left-hander. Is he going to get that second place back? Oh, and all sorts happening in the background there. Spiky and Oscar. Spiky up into fourth, but alongside Oscar, Donk also there. Is this going to be three wide into the final corner? Bees looking at that as well, but there's no space for him in that party. Donk gets Oscar and he gets Spiky as well, all in one corner. So Donk on a real charge here. This Bees and Oscar having a little look at each other into turn one. That looks like it's all sorted. Let's have a look at the front. Archie's still at the front there. Tiggs still in second. Donk taking a mad dive out of the slipstream. And Archie's gone wide. Archie's gone wide, and Spiky goes wide, and it looks like Flip Flop also goes wide into turn one. So we're going to skip on a little bit here. This is Donk having a look. He's gone past Blue. He's now looking at getting past Tiggs. He dives up the inside into turn one. Blue Ukulele tries to follow him through, but doesn't quite make it work. Bees is also pushing hard there in the background. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, all nose to tail. So what's happening? This is kind of a mid-pack battle going on here. This is Archie and Wacky as they come out. Oh, and there's Harvig in the background. Harvig getting unceremoniously flung off into the gravel. Let's have a look. We're on board with Slugs. Slugs and Lando battling. This is a replay. So Slugs taking up gardening temporarily. There's Harvig taking advantage, diving up the inside. And then CJ comes up the inside as well. Lando's ghosted, he's in amongst there. Slugs, he picks up the rear wing of Harvig, throws him wide, nearly throws him straight into Kaz. And that pretty much, you can see there, Harvig in the background, a long way behind. That pretty much ends his race. Unless there's some fun and games going on. Wacky Race getting it all a little bit wrong into the first corner. Kaz now up into 10th with CJ. Those two will be trying to work their way up together. The idea is, well, it never works, but the idea is not to fight mid-pack. And there's Lando having a go, and CJ and Kaz side by side. Lots going on here, wow. So into the hairpin. Oh, Kazza taking it wide, Slugs going wide. Wacky also going wide there, everyone following each other off. Kaz and Lando now side by side. CJ's bought himself a little bit of space. Lando, he loves that bit of grass there, you can't keep him off it. So Slugsy having a look up the inside, that's giving Kaz a little bit of breathing space now. This is still only for the top 9 or 10 really. Slugs diving up on Lando. Is he going to make that one work? He can get a better run. Lando cutting the corner. Is he going to pick up a penalty for that? Doesn't look like it. Side by side. Have a drink, boys. Side by side into turn one. Deering really wanting to follow Kaz through for his championship. But he needs these two to stop fighting so he can just work his way through one at a time, or either that or just take each other out so he gets it for free. Into turn one, dust and gravel everywhere. Lando going out wide. I don't think that cost him anything. This is now the battle for second. This is Bees and Blue in very similar looking cars. They are different liveries, but you know, good taste and all that. Black and yellow always works. So Bees and Blue fighting for second place here. Bees on the outside for the final. It's kind of a squiggly. I'm not sure what you call this kind of turn. It's a pain in the arse, I'll tell you that much. Oh, and there's Spiky having to go on Tigger. Is Tigger going to bite that one back? No, that looks like that one is done for now. So we skip on to lap 7 here. And this is the mid-pack battle. This is still the top 10. Flip-Flop now in that 10th place. Deering in 11th. Slugsy in 12th. And Lando in 13th. But Deering making his lunge up on Flip-Flop into 10th. Lando also pushing his way through there on Slugs in the background. He's now up with Flip-Flop biting back at Deering. Lando desperately trying to get up on the inside of both of them, and he manages to do it. This time it's Deering's turn to explore the grass on the exit of that turn. Gives Flip-Flop a little bit of slap on the way back. No harm done. Flip-Flop dives straight in front of Slugsy there, stopping going up the inside. Beautifully judged as Deering gives Flip-Flop a nudge, sends him out wide, and Lando went off wide there as well. Deering cut in the corner. Slugsy and Deering. We're ready all together now. 1, 2, 3, side by side into turn 1. So Deering in 11th, Slugsy 10th in that illegal livery. We have talked about that in the previous video. There looks like some juicy fun going up in front there as well, but we'll come back to that later. Flip-Flop trying to get up all 3 of them into that corner. Nothing really occurring in the end. Now this is CJ, Spiky and Kazza. Spiky doing his best to hold up the 2 faster boys. CJ pushes through and Kaz follows him, and that is Spiky losing 2 places in 1 corner. Unfortunate. It's easy done though in these races because the action is so close together, as you can see here. And Spiky, oh no, Spiky, Tigger, Mike all off at turn 1. Will not dwell on it. Oh, and Oscar diving past that puts Spiky in 12th. Oscar forced onto the was that Oscar or was that Slugsy? Someone forced onto the grass there, I think it was. Oh, it was Oscar. Oh, and Lando giving Spiky a good old slap, pushing his back end out wide. Wacky Racer also hanging there. This is, oh, look at that rear panel. That is one beaten up rear panel on that car. That's going to take some banging with Spiky's little hammer. Spiky going wide, and he's going to drop that place. He's going to go 11th, 12th, and Wacky Racer loses it in the foreground of that shot there, ghosted out. Flip-Flop still fighting with Spiky. These two are having a race-long battle. Lando on his favourite piece of grass, and Flip-Flop also wanting a little taste of that grass as well. We know he likes his grass, does Flip-Flop. Lando, oh, and then I cut that one a little bit short. This is time for now for our traditional look from the back to the front halfway through. Tigger in 16th, having a bit of a nightmare. Wacky Racer after that spin, holding on 15th. Harvig having a bit of a nightmare, 14th place. He gained 2 really from the accidents in front of him. Archie in 13th, nice gap behind there. That looks fairly safe for him if he can hold that together. Spiky in 12th, ha 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 ha. Flipper in 11th, Lando in 10th, bit more battling going up here. Oscar in 9th, Mike in 8th. Slugsy in 7th in the illegal livery. Deering really needing to push on now in 6th place. CJ going wide there, he's in 5th. Is that going to give Deering a run? No, it's not. Kazza in 4th. Watching these 2 in front who are having a right scrap. This is Bees and Blue still going at it after all these laps. Kazza on the grass there. So Blue in 2nd place, good result for him for halfway through the race. Let's see where that one ends up as the nose dips into the braking zone. Throws the tail out wide and gets it around, and Donk there all on his own out in front, nice and easy, having his little Sunday run out. Not a problem. Look at the gap he's got behind him there. He's if he can hold this together, doesn't have to push it, he can easily get through. And then this battle behind is really developing now. This is Bees, Kazza and Blue all fighting for that 2nd place. Kazza, of course, the probably the fastest of these 3, and he's at the back, so that is going to make for some great racing, especially with Blue Ukulele being the slowest and at the front of this. But for how long? As Bees has a look at the inside, Kazza's there as well. Kazza's got nowhere to go really, but just to hope he can get it around the outside, nice and clean without going off. He does. He kind of collects B's a little bit, taking a sharp line in there, and aggressively past B's, and then he's going to dive up the inside of Blue as well, aggressively past Blue. So that is Kazza showing that I want to be in front, I need the points, I need to get after Donk because we are running out of time on this race. Blue always likes a good fight back though, and he does. He fights it back up the inside. I know a lot about Blue because, well, for he is me. Anyway, so Blue back in second, but Kazza's got the inside for this corner. B's deciding to go inside both of them. Ooh, this is close. It looks like Kazza's going to get that one done unless Blue can get a better run out of the corner. No, it looks like Kazza is got that one done and is just going to kind of start disappearing now, or is he? Going to the first corner, side by side. Can Blue get it? Yep. Kazza gives him loads of room, and Blue just takes it through. Kazza going on the grass and dropping down to fourth. He's got it all to do again, and now CJ is right with him as well. CJ has also found his way up here. Kaz going very, very defensive. That's going to slow him down. That'll give Blue and B's time to continue their battle. CJ looking around the outside, but that's not going to happen. Kaz defending nicely, putting it back on the line, giving CJ nowhere to go. Not able to get the cut back. Oh, Blue going a little bit wide. He's got the inside for the next corner though, so he should be able to hold that off. B's, can he do it? Brings it around the inside. Kaz is back up here now. Kaz following Blue through, giving B's a little push onto the grass. Blue goes out onto the grass all on his own there. And then Kaz just desperately into the final little fiddly bit, taking it up there. Inside of Blue. Can Blue do his cutback? No, I think Blue's lost his fight a little bit on that one. It was quite an exhausting race. So this is now Blue's back into sixth, and Deering is taking that fifth place off him. He's got Mike right behind him. Blue still got a little bit of fight in him actually. He's not quite willing to drop it right down yet. He's got Deering and Mike trying to he's trying to hold up now, and Deering will be desperate to get past and get after Kaz. Blue not making it easy for him. So here we are now. This is sixth place. We took a little bit of a time skip there. That's Mike going past Blue Ukulele into turn one. Mike smoking up his tyres though. Oscar going off in the background, foreground, behind them I should say, I don't know. So Blue and Mike side by side into the... No, they're not side by side at all, it's just the camera angle there. So Mike has that one done. So I think Blue might have to settle for second now. Sorry, seventh. Second, I wish. Oh, wait a minute. Something strange happened there. That was some kind of bad editing. I think Blue must have got past him. Oh, Mike goes off, hits the wall. Is that going to give Lando a run? He goes grass on both sides of the track, double grass. And Lando comes flying up behind him into the braking zone. And Lando takes that seventh off Mike. That will make Blue smile. He's only got one lap now to hold on to that sixth place, which is a decent result for him. Who's this? There we are on board with Mike, and we're looking at Lando. So Mike will be trying to get that seventh place at least, because he was on for sixth at one point. Nice and easy. Oh, Mike gives Lando a little bit of a crunch into the back. That pushes, unfortunately, pushes Lando out wide, and Mike, like the gentleman he is, lifts off, nearly takes out Oscar. Oscar overtaking on the grass again. That seems to be his favourite overtaking spot, and that is going to lose Mike a lot of places, and it gains Oscar too. Oscar will be pleased with that as we go into the final section. This still isn't sorted out. This is still the battle for the podium. This is CJ, B's and Deering, and I think Deering having a look at the inside of B's. Looks like CJ's got that third place. Deering very wide. Is he trying to... Oh, he puts a wheel on the grass and he just loses it. Cuts the corner. That will sort that one out. But here we are. This is Donk leading home the pack in first place. Lots of time to set up the perfect 360 handbrake turn without touching the wall. Kazza, nice and spacious, second place. Also a slide across the line. CJ, podium again for CJ. CJ doing well in the championship. B's in fourth. Deering in fifth. Who's that? That is Blue in sixth. Lando comes in 7th, Mike 8th, Flip Flop 9th, something must have happened, Spiky 10th, Oscar 11th, Harvick 13th, although some kind of penalty thing went on there, so Harvick actually gets 11th. That's Archie and Slugsy giving us a little bit of synchronised crashing over the line. And finally, coming up, bringing up the rear, Wacky Racer. Something must have happened there. I can't quite remember now. And last but not least, we have Tigger. Beautiful racing, gentlemen. Those are your results from race 1 and race 2. As I say, link for race 1 in the description, the highlights package. That's your championship. You can see Kaz pushing Deering down into 2nd place and CJ in 3rd. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.